Is it showing this time?
Yes, it is. It
Wow.
is. Okay, so let's begin. Should we do video? It'll be more interesting.
Maybe
Yeah.
Abdurrahman will like video with me. I can't be on video today.
Okay. All right. In that case, let's just leave it. Um, Sila, please could you start us off with a recap of the context and what stage you're at currently in making your first publication to the docs.
All right. Um, so, GM, everyone. I'm Sela, and today's session we're gonna take on with uh, contributing to the documentation for Benta Cash. And in a past session, we had gone ahead to create the organization repo and plug the template of documentation into the repo, which we're going to start contributing to. And all this is in relation to um, creating the project for Binta Cash, including writing our smart contract. And on only my personal time, I have made a bit of progress with learning the language we're going to use to write that, which is Akin. So we're going to start with the documentation, which is quite easier to do first, so that in the course of building the project further, yeah, we are able to put everything we are doing into our documentation, because the goal is to have the document as a livable document where it's updated constantly as and when we are working. So yes, I think that's just a brief overview of um, our goal and where we are headed.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Okay, and I remember at the end of last session, Abdurrahman and me were getting him set up with Cursor, and he had cloned the repository onto his machine. Um, should we pick things up from there, or was there any changes since then?
Um, I don't think so. So we can just pick things up from there.
Okay.
Well, we also like that we like to walk through, like we walk through how to contribute to the docs in terms of code to make it interactive, and then probably using text. I was suggesting we're gonna use a markdown, but I want to see how we can. Is it possible to mix the markdown with the writing code in TypeScript, or when you're writing in TypeScript, some things can be text while some things are code?
Yes. Yeah, exactly. So that's what's so interesting about the MDX files is that you're writing Markdown, but at the same time it can include JavaScript. Let me find the resource here. So because we're using Next.js, it can use MDX files, and that was the main reason that I moved from the previous version of the docs, which looked like this, because the way this was built with what was it called? It was some Python-based Markdown publishing library, and it would only do Markdown files. So you could get a little bit of interactivity, but it was like an embedded script, and that just didn't feel good to me. So the main reason for switching to the new setup was so that we could adopt Markdown files, MDX files. And now you can have Markdown content and JavaScript at the same time next to each other. So that's also why. Sorry,
the X, right? The X at the end, is that JavaScript?
Yeah.
Like XML?
JSX.
Okay. Okay. So just like how we have XML with well yeah, well I'll just keep that. Well, 'cause it's sounding similar, but then I've forgotten what XML is made of. But then this is just Markdown plus JavaScript.
Yeah, it's like this example here gives it quite a good idea. This is the MDX file, and it starts off looking like JavaScript, and then boom, Markdown.
Okay.
And then
Wow.
boom, JavaScript.
Yeah, it's nice that way. Yeah.
It's nice, right? Right. So that's why in the new version of the docs that looks like this, you can have all of these shiny things because you're writing a file that is Markdown and then boom, JavaScript. And then if you think about that across the whole docs, where it's like a living document, like you said, the purpose of that is to express the work that is happening. So the more expressive it can be, the more engaging it can be for the audiences, and MDX files is a key ingredient for making that possible. Because now that we can have JavaScript in there, it's basically like you can do whatever, you know? So one time I made this nice diagram that was all interactive and stuff, just because I wanted to give an example of how this is like a dynamic interactive site, but actually it's based on just publishing Markdown. So you have both. That's what makes it cool. And it felt like going 10 times the amount of how creative you can be in this living document. And when we can bring that from the beginning for every team, every hub, for them to be 10 times more expressive, that felt like a very important update to bring in. So this data here is actually coming from an API. And that means that when you're ready with bin to cache, you could actually pull in data from your API and communicate that data and write a little bit about it, about what it really means. So you're doing data storytelling right from within the docs repository. That's why it's so important to get set up on this, because it gives you the ability to combine storytelling and data in one place. All right, that was a little bit of a segue. Now back to reality. What's the next step for Abdul Rahman to be able to publish? And maybe Sila, you have more of a sense on that. Or should we do a quick review of Abdul Rahman, what your setup looks like currently? You have Cursor or Visual Studio Code, and you've cloned the docs repository into your laptop already. What we haven't, so here are some things that I know we still need to do. We still need to connect Vercel.
Into the CLI.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can be. Maybe we can do it just online first, just to not have to install one more thing onto Abdulrahman's machine, but I think that can come later. That can come after the first commit to your own docs repository, with committing some changes from Abdulrahman. I think if we do that as step 1 and then we connect Vercel, you're going to see a published docs site with some changes, some of your changes in. Should we aim to do that?
Yeah.
What do you think, Sila?
What? Are you there, Sila? Sila?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. What do you think?
Yeah, we can start with your setup. We can sorry about the noise. You can go ahead and share your screen so that we go back to the file, the folder in your VS Code.
Okay.
Do we need to create a virtual account for Bintocash?
Yes, we need to. Do you said you have
Can we?
Vercel already, right?
Yes,
We
but
use
I'm
that.
thinking because we have the organization account,
Yeah.
can we log into Virtual with that so that it's a new Virtual?
Yes. Yeah. Good idea. Good idea.
Okay, I'm not getting you guys.
Let's start with your code editor cursor.
Yeah,
Do you have that open?
I have it open.
Okay, then please share screen and let's take a look.
Mm,
Okay.
Can you see my screen?
Yes. All right. At the top, it says File, Edit, Selection View. Go on the top left. If you could go on Terminal and open a new terminal. Yeah. And where it says PowerShell, please, yeah, click that, or click the plus next to it. But just next to the plus, there's an arrow down.
Yeah.
Click that, and then do command prompt. The third
Well,
one.
you can do a git bash because we created a branch the other day, and the branch should help. The git bash should help you know which branch you're on.
Okay. I'm not very familiar with git bash, to be honest. Is it like Linux?
Yes, it's a bit like Linux.
Okay. Let's try git bash. I will learn some things as well. You have to help me out, Sila. So Abdurrahman, please open a git bash terminal. What's happening when you're clicking that arrow here is it's opening a different kind of terminal. So we've got 3 PowerShell terminals, a command prompt terminal, and now we're going to open a git bash terminal, and each of them run commands slightly differently. And it runs them very close to your machine level. It's less abstracted than when you're writing code. And so okay, so you're on the Abdurrahman docs branch. That is helpful to see. Thank you, Sila. Let's do git Do you type git in the same way that you would do on command prompt? Let's try it. Git space status.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think it's
Status.
still in a branch.
Yeah.
Come again.
Type status.
Status.
Yeah. Great. And hit enter. Nothing to commit, working tree clean. Okay, so what we are going to do, alright, what this tells us is that there are no outstanding changes. And what that means is we can start to make a few changes now, and it will be very organized. We won't accidentally commit some changes that we didn't mean to. And it's very important because if any changes creep into the code that you're not aware of, it just makes it more complicated to address them later. I love the chickens.
Oh, you can hear them.
Oh, they're such a vibe. I miss my chickens. Okay, so let's change something very simple. It's kind of simple, but it's also not. What I want you to do to make it feel a lot more like your own repository is delete all of the Prisma content. So that folder on the side here where it says content, that's the actual content of the site. So you can click that and open it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
content. I want you to delete everything apart from the index page. All of the other folders, yeah. Click there and then click up at the top.
So obsidian then.
Yeah.
So I'll do it one after the other.
Try and do them all at once. Yeah, try and click one and then click it, and then hold the shift key and click the bottom one.
If you want, we can do that in the terminal.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Help us. We're being basic.
How do you
That's
do
alright.
it in the terminal?
You go ahead. You are on it.
Good. Not the last one. Okay. That's good.
That's the last
Now
one.
delete them. Yeah. It's gonna delete all of my last 2 years of work. No, good. Okay, now open the index page.
Index.
Where it says index.mdx, the last one that's remaining. Yeah. Click that. Open it. Awesome. Close. Actually, on your keyboard, press Control Alt B. Did you press it?
Control Alt B.
Yeah. Boom. Good. I wanted that to hide. Nice. Now you can pretty much delete everything here if you want to. Or if you want to leave some things in as an example, like the cards at the top, just delete everything below it. So, oh yeah, sorry. Where it says Prisma is A, which is on line 21.
This, yeah.
Yeah, go to the start of that line and then delete everything after that.
So everything downwards.
Yeah, everything. Get rid of it. It's no good. It's junk anyway. Good. Alright, and now type your first message to the world.
Hello.
Yeah.
Mm,
Okay. I would put a new line above it in between the cards.
Vanilla.
Bin bank. Love it. And move it down a line.
Move.
Go
Like
to
space.
Yeah. You need
go
to
to
take it up to line just on top of line 18. On top of line 18, like put the cursor in front of line 8 and drop one line. Like you enter, no, right in front of the card where you are in front, and then hit enter. Yes, and you can paste it there in that line.
This.
Yeah.
This should be paste. Okay.
Ooh, nice. That's cool.
Tabs, is that it?
I don't know what that's gonna look like. It might work. It might be strange because it's a component. It might. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I would like it to work. I would like the text to appear beneath the card. It might break though. Do you know what? Here's another step. Here's a very important step. First of all, please can you indent the line a little bit? So go to the start of hello and hit tab. Yeah, hit tab. Alright, good enough.
Is it fine?
Save. Control S.
See.
Yeah. And now what we're going to do is we're going to check if it's broken or if it works by running in the terminal a command that starts the application on your own machine. So this
Okay.
gets technical from here because what this does is it uses a little mini server that lives inside your computer to run the whole docs application. And it's the same thing that happens when you deploy it to the cloud, where you can then access it on the internet. It's just doing it from your own laptop temporarily. And you can do that by going into the terminal at the bottom and typing pnpm, which is just a node project management, yeah, space, dev.
DEF or V?
V.
V.
Yeah.
Okay. Enter.
Alright. Now hit
Okay.
enter and see if that runs. Damn, we need to install pnpm. Please type npm space -v.
NPM.
Yeah, do you know what? To make this faster, I think we're going to have to use the chat. So just have a look in the chat for what I type, and please copy that into the terminal.
Okay. Okay.
Abdurrahman, have you seen it?
I think the chickens ate him. He's gone now. Yeah, the chickens definitely ate him. Yeah, so this setup takes really long. We really need a way to automate this, and yeah, I want to not have to onboard someone to docs writing very shortly. But it's alright. I'm very glad we're going through this still. I wonder how we can make it. I think with Docker, right, um, we can containerize all of it so that Node would be installed in Docker. It wouldn't have to be on their machine, and that way they can just write one command and be on their way.
Yeah, that sounds good. Um, I was also thinking right now, the Docker is a long term solution, but I was thinking right now because he's off. I don't know when he's gonna come back. If I should go ahead and clone the repository myself and then create my own branch and hope that his branch doesn't conflict because he hasn't well pushed yet.
Yeah, yeah. If you're at a laptop, let's definitely do that with you. Yeah, the only reason we did it on Abdul Rahman's machine. Actually, no, we were you were onboarding him before, yeah. But I think if we can get you set up right into the docs, then that's at least one node locked in, and we can then grow from there. So yes, are you at your laptop?
Yes, it's here with me, but I didn't join the call with it. I'm trying to um I'll switch to that and then we can have a recording of me cloning the
Yeah,
repository and all that. Yeah.
perfect. Then we can go from the beginning. Yeah, that's great.
Okay.
Okay, see you in a bit.
Can you hear me? I'm here on my PC now.
Hi, I can hear you. Yes, great. Please share screen.
Yeah, I'm sharing my screen now. So,
Awesome.
yeah, I'll go to Bentacache and then head over to the repository. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is to clone this repository into my local machine. So I'll just copy the code here and then I go to my VS Code. Let me just use git bash. Okay. Okay. So I would cd need the pwd first. Pwd. Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, tabs I can hear.
Are you inside the belly of a chicken, Abdurrahman?
I've been trying to find my way out. I was still on the call, and it shows you two are out.
No, it was definitely you.
It was showing me I'm still on the call.
Well, we're all back now. We're all back. So what we're doing is we're gonna pick things up from Sela's laptop, and then that way the recording has the start to finish, and she can help you set it up on your machine as well after.
Okay. So currently I'm going to clone the repository by pasting the link that I copied. Okay. Okay, so this is the URL. I'll just add git clone. So git gives the command to clone this repository link I copied from GitHub, and then I'll enter. So I'm going to have the latest version because Abdurrahman hasn't pushed anything yet in terms of all the things he deleted. So tabs, I feel like Abdurrahman can push his changes there, or we can just delete the branch and then work with mine. So then I'll have to go ahead and delete the files and folders that initially deleted.
Yeah, I think maybe to avoid any future merge conflicts, let's get Abdurrahman to push. Yeah, so merge conflicts are like the world's most annoying thing. So let's do it clean. How are you saying? So Abdurrahman, let's can you share screen again, please? Is that right,
Yeah,
Sila? We'll
whilst
do
this
it from
is loading. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Let me just stop sharing mine.
So what the logic there was since Abdurrahman has made some changes already on his branch, Sila's saying how do we avoid any kind of like merge conflicts in the future when if she makes some changes and he's made some changes and it could get messy. What we're gonna do is Abdul Rahman is gonna push his changes up to GitHub, and then Sila's gonna pull them onto her machine before she begins. So Abdul Rahman, please can you type git space add space dot.
Git space.
Add and then space and then just full stop.
Space and full stop.
Yeah. Good.
Okay.
And now hit enter. Now type git status again.
That.
No, status. Perfect. Yeah. So and then enter. What that's going to show you is all of those deleted files have now been added to the stashed changes, I think you could call it. Which means if you now commit, which is what we're going to do, it will commit all of those changes. So please type in the terminal git space commit space.
Yes, space commit.
No.
You don't type the space. You just do a space. Yeah. Commit is the double M. Commit. There's no N. Yes. Space dash M. Dash M. Dash M.
N or M?
Dash M. There's a dash before the M.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah, but no space.
no, there's no space after the M. Between the M and the dash, yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, but now you've got one
Another
space too
space.
many. In between, yeah, take out one of them. Yeah. Okay, now to the end. Yeah, space. Quotation mark. Double quotation with the shift to. Yeah, and now type a message. Whatever you want to type, like got rid of all of that trash Prisma stuff.
No, just say no. Just say cleaned. No, just say cleaned the docs folder.
Thank you, Sila. Holding up the dignity of the Prisma brand. I like it. And then end quotes. Yeah, and enter. Oh, right, yeah. So you need to add your account's identity to your Git config. So you see there how it's explaining the error message to you. If you expand the terminal viewport a little bit by dragging up on scroll up a little so we can see the full error message. You can read it and it says what the issue is. Basically, it wasn't able to commit because it needs you to add your account information to your Git config.
Oh, okay.
So it tells you the commands to run as well. Git config global user.email blah blah blah. You can copy all of that and then put your email in place of where that email is. That's the first one. You need to run each of the lines separately, and then do the same with the second one.
So what am I copying?
Where it says git config dash global, copy the first one. No, the first one. Only the first one. Yeah, you don't use Ctrl+C. You can do the mouse, the right click or something to copy. Does it work?
It doesn't work.
Okay, then just do Ctrl+C.
But why did you say I shouldn't use Ctrl+C? Does it have an effect on it?
Sometimes in the terminal it's a bit weird.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes it doesn't work. Now try Control-V to paste it. Oh, it worked. Okay.
Yeah.
Now replace that example email with your email. Oh, and I actually need to jump off at the top of the hour, I just realized.
Okay. You mentioned you're hungry. You need to go and get something to eat.
It was the chickens that were hungry, not me.
That's not true. So,
Alright, I think if I leave, it can still keep running, I hope.
Yes,
In
we
fact,
can, but in terms of the MDX, I would be a bit lost because I have to
yeah.
understand the syntax.
Yeah, there's no syntax difference. It's just JavaScript. Yeah, there's no syntax difference.
You can hit enter. You do the copy the name one.
the name, the second one, this one.
What I will do, I think, is I'll stay online and just mute myself, because I don't want the recording to end. But I need to jump into another call.
Okay. Get conflict. Then you need to go and get something to eat, right?
Charles, we can continue with
Yeah.
full markdown because I can do the markdown, and then
Yeah.
if we need to update another day, we can just fixing the JavaScript. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and what you can do inside of this project is you can have either Markdown files or MDX files, and they will be rendered. They will be interpreted and rendered appropriately. So just make sure wherever you want to include JavaScript, you just add an X to the end of the file name, and that's it. That's literally it. And then in terms of publishing changes, because you've got the whole project structure already and everything set up, you just need to deploy it, and it's using Next.js, so it will just render it all and everything for you. Just put all of your content inside of the content folder, and that's it. Any custom components you want to add them into the components folder, and then what you need to do is there's a step where you need to write them in the mdx components.js file, which is one of those root level files beneath all of the folders. The file is quite self-explanatory. You just need to import the component and add it to a list, and that's it. And then you can use it in your pages wherever, and that's it.
Sila, do you get it?
Pardon?
You get it.
Abdurrahman, did I hear anything? Abdurrahman, no. You're supposed to change the username at that time before you enter. So click this one and then hit your arrow up key. Click on your arrow up key. And then in the in the quotation, in between the quotation, enter your GitHub username. So your username.
So I did Control V and then it entered. You see? Okay, that means I need to type it manual.
Yes, you have to type it in there. Just shift the keys, yes, and type it there.
Let me confirm the username.
Now you can hit enter.
That's all right.
Yeah. Okay, so hit the arrow key, up key again. All right, tabs. Hit the arrow up key again. Hit it, keep hitting. So we get to where you did your commit. Yes, this one. No, come down. Yes, this commit. And then clean the spaces. You know there's a space before after the quotation mark. Just clean those spaces. Yes, and then you hit enter. Okay. So it has the changes have been affected. Now you need to push the changes to GitHub, right? So you can do git push. So git space push.
That's all. Enter.
Then you enter. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So what it's trying to say is that because it's a new branch you created, right? It has to kind of be known. You created it locally. It has to be known in the what's it called? In the remote side of the GitHub, right? So copy that git push. What is saying? Origin is actually the main branch. So origin and then your branch, your current branch is Abdurrahman/docs. I'm trying to like make them be in sync, right?
Okay.
You can just copy and paste. No need to type.
What am I copying?
Git push dash dash sets upstream origin space Abdurrahman/docs. It's in the error message. Yes, this one.
And paste it here.
Yes. And then you can enter. So you realize it won't give you an error anymore. It will actually push, right? You don't need to be doing this. The actual command after you commit is to do git push. But because it's a new branch, it is not aware of the new branch. Now, if it's now aware of the new branch, anytime you're pushing, you can just use git push. You don't have to do this long command anymore. So let's wait for
So
it
I'm
a bit.
signing. It's saying sign in.
Let me see.
So it says I should sign in. So I'm signing in on GitHub.
Okay.
Step time.
Okay, I don't know why, but
So I tried to connect it and then I logged in. It's giving a
It's
message.
looking like um you don't have I think you have to update the access. I'll give me a second, let me see. Mm, mm.
It's still like, is that not an error in the message?
I I'm looking at the docs right now and I'm seeing that at the repository, right? It looks like you're no longer um part of it.
Part of it.
Yeah, I'm not seeing you here. You are not here. You're not part of the
Hold on.
teams. So let me add you again. I don't know whether you didn't accept the invite the last time. Like you see, we canceled the first
I did.
invite. Let
Is
me
that not
let me. I
what?
don't know what's going on. Let me add
Okay.
you again.
Okay.
So because you're not part of the repository, of course, if you're pushing, it would deny, right? So
Okay. Okay.
I get it. Let me add you. Mm. Okay, you are here.
I'm there, right?
So I don't know what's going on.
I'm coming. I just checked. Why are you checking for?
So I'm checking from the repository and you are there as a member, but maybe it's just 2FA. Okay. It's just your role that I need to update. Let me see. So you don't have a write access. You have a read access to the repository, but you don't have a write access. So it means your access needs to be updated, which I'm doing right now. And then we can try
Okay.
pushing again. Okay. So I have updated the access. Can you try again what you were doing?
Okay.
Try the git push. Just hit your terminal. Click on your terminal and just do Control L to
Okay,
clear the
guys,
screen.
I will have to leave now. I hope that
Mm.
it doesn't finish the recording, but if it does, then we'll just have to leave it like
Continue
that.
from there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
sure.
Thanks.
Take
Good
care.
luck. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Abnormal, do Control L
Control L.
in the terminal. No, close this one. You can close this up there. You do Control L in the terminal. I think you were not in the terminal. The terminal has to be white.
Ah,
The cursor there has to be white. If it's open plain, it means you're not in there.
I just made a
No,
mistake. I
don't
just
close it from
closed.
there. Don't close it from the top. Close it in the next one.
I have
The
closed. I
second
have closed it.
X. You see, there's an X behind the top X.
Can you see?
Click on that.
Can you see the terminal?
Is there?
Can you see Kesa?
Can I do what?
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
I've mistakenly closed it. How are you seeing it?
I don't know.
I'm coming. Sela,
Yes.
you can still see my screen.
Yes. Did you close the docs? And your screen is still
I
there, or you actually stop sharing?
I I mistakenly closed uh
Can you stop
I closed
sharing
it
and share
completely.
again? Stop sharing and reshare.
I need to open I closed Kesa. Do you understand?
Yes. So
Yeah.
stop sharing your screen and reshare because I can still see this. It's static. So stop sharing and reshare.
Okay, I'm coming.
And then you can open Keza. Yeah.
Open. So now Sela, are you here? Sela.
Hello, Abdurrahman.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Mm.
Can you start
Trying to
sharing your
open
screen?
it. Yeah,
Is
but
there?
I'm trying to open. Yeah, but I'm trying to open it and it's not working.
What's a
I
different
believe.
session?
Oh yeah. Sela.